Well, it's finally time for us to say welcome to the Wharton Global Forum.
Hello, hello. Welcome to São Paulo, Brazil, Latin America's entrepreneurial hub.
Whether you're from Wharton or new to the Wharton family, we invite you to learn, celebrate, and connect with each other.
That's right, or reconnect like this.
Yes, let me introduce my friend, Ilan Ryfer. He's a Brazilian economist. He earned his bachelor's degree at PUC-Rio and then graduated from the Wharton School with an MBA in 2001. Ilan is a partner and co-CEO at 1618 Investimentos, as well as a board member for a few nonprofit organizations and startups. In addition to working in finance for over 30 years, Ilan has also been a finance professor for 20 years.
Thank you, Debbie. I'll stop you there before you start talking about my personal life. This is Deborah Pontual, the head of international affairs and college counseling at Colégio Bandeirantes, a Brazilian private school. Debbie earned her bachelor's degree in economics from the University of Chicago in 2005. She then redeemed herself by going to Wharton School, where she graduated MBA in 2010. Debbie has worked in education since 2016, and before that, she worked for 7 years in finance at Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, and UBS, both in New York and in São Paulo. On top of her passions for education and Wharton, Debbie is a devoted wife and mother.
Thank you. Speaking of having a passion for education, that's something you and I have in common, right, Ilan?
That's right, and that's why we're especially thrilled to see so many of our fellow alumni here in São Paulo for a weekend of learning and sharing ideas. On that topic, I'd like to point out that many Brazilian alumni have come together to help support the next generation of Wharton scholars by creating and giving to a scholarship at the Wharton Club of Brazil Undergraduate Endowed Scholarship. I even had the pleasure of meeting our first recipient, Victor Maia, on my last trip to Penn about a month ago. We invite you to help give back by contributing to the scholarship. Please contact me, Debbie, or any other of the members of the club, or visit the Wharton booth outside. We have a QR code with all the information about the scholarship.
Well, before we get into the programming, I'd like to give one more special shout out to the Wharton Alumni Club of Brazil. I currently serve as a board member, and Ilan and I are both former presidents. Thank you to all the club members for all of your enthusiasm about the forum here in Brazil. At this time, I'd also like to ask all those in the room who serve in club leadership positions, whether in Brazil or elsewhere, as well as Wharton board members, to please stand up. These are all volunteers dedicating their free time to help Wharton. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. We wouldn't be able to be holding this forum without all of your help, so thanks again.
And a huge thank you to our sponsors for championing this unparalleled global learning experience.
As we kick things off, two very important housekeeping items. First of all, everybody here should have downloaded by now the Wharton Events app. If you haven't, please do so. There you'll be able to see your personalized schedule. You'll be able to also get push announcements. You'll also be able to direct message other attendees, as well as send in Q&A for some of our upcoming sessions. Second housekeeping item, make sure that you're following Wharton on social media. And we also encourage you to post about the forum using the hashtag Wharton Forum. The first 150 people to post and visit the Wharton information booth will actually get really cool Wharton swag. So make sure you do that, post, and go to the booth. But now, let's get the ball rolling.